Hey everyone, it's Abby and a happy new year to all of you. Happy 2024. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Abby. I make videos specifically on traveling and journaling and documenting your life. And first of all, I got sick the first week of January, so apologies if my voice sounds a bit weird or not the usual voice. And second, today I am finally sharing with you my planner and journal system for 2024, which is basically the two stacks you're seeing right here. I'm so excited to start the year and also show you how I've decided to come up with this lineup, and also basically it's a summary of all the planners and journals I'm using this year. Planner and journal count totaled to like 6, and I will be intentionally documenting and planning and organizing my life and travels and work through these analog tools. I do hope you stick around and check it out. Every year I make these videos, and actually every year that I watch it, I actually rewatch my old videos. I do see how my priorities change and also my lifestyle and also my processes at work. So every year is a new chance to kind of reinvent that wheel and also try out different systems, because I am forever a curious person and I've probably scoured the entire internet to check out what I should be using, and also went to a couple of stationery stores in Japan over the holidays, so more on that soon. So yeah, I think I've pretty much got everything covered. So let's get right to it and make sure to keep watching. So when it comes to planning, I want to be more systematic with the different things that I plan, projects, tasks, chores, and everything. So I've narrowed it down to 3 planners. So first, in the planner lineup, I thought I'd show you my everyday carry. This is a 𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑 pen case that actually houses a Hobonichi Weeks inside and a couple of pens. So I bring this everywhere I go. It's just become a habit for me to take it around because all of my chores, to-dos, admin stuff are basically housed in this book. As you can see, it's still an old, it's a Spring Start 2023 edition of Hobonichi Weeks, so I'm going to be using it until March because I'm waiting for my new Hobonichi Weeks to arrive, which I will show you in hopefully a future video. So on the left side, I have a couple of pens. What I'm currently loving is actually this Pilot Kakuno that I got in Japan. It's extra fine nib and it works really well because I have really small handwriting. But this Hobonichi Weeks has been a game changer for me after numerous years of using the same style. I used to have a gratitude log for it, but now it's really like running to-dos, expenses, and other information that I might need. As you can see, it's very plain and boring, but it gets the job done. And then at the end of, like, there are extra pages at the back, and actually I use it a lot for meeting notes and other admin stuff. As you can see here, I also wrote some summaries of the year, like work stuff and whatnot, because every time I need to list down ideas and information, this is the notebook that I have with me. So it's just like a nice pocket-sized handy planner that I can bring with me and like write whenever I feel like there are new ideas or things that I need to take note of. So yeah, this is my everyday, and the most specific tasks that are in here are actually more life stuff, like life admin stuff, like going to the grocery, doing chores, and basically doing adult stuff. Next up, for my planner, I finally caved in and went back to basics. This is a Muji weekly vertical in A5, and what I'm using this for is actually for work plans. Last year, I tried using a Hobonichi cousin and it just didn't work accordingly, but towards the tail end of 2023, I used the Paper Society PH quarterly planner, which is what you're seeing here. I'm just gonna show you a couple of pages, but basically I adapted the weekly vertical format, as you can see here. So I realized that I actually like this running to-do list of stuff. And so by adapting that, I was like, okay, well, Muji has one, so might as well get it. And also I got it at a really, really good price because I bought it in Japan. So I decorated the cover. I really like how I decorated it after like maybe a week of deciding what to do with the cover. So this is the cover. There's actually not much inside yet because the year has just started, but generally I will report back on how I find it. But as you can see, the layout is weekly vertical, and what I want to do is like the first part of the first, there's like 2 lines. I want to write like the 2 top things I need to get done by that day. And then I want to be able to, I'm not going to use the time here for blocking. I'm just going to do like a running to-do list of things I have to do. Here at the bottom, I haven't really figured out what I want to do, but that is for future me to figure out. There is a monthly overview here and a yearly. I haven't figured out the yearly yet, but for monthly, I'm definitely going to plot my content deadlines and also video deadlines and everything in between, because what I want to do is like use this as a benchmark to anytime I sit down and work, I have to have this planner open. So this is going to be a mainstay on my desk, and I'm not going to bring it anywhere, unlike the Hobonichi Weeks. So anytime I need to get work done, I need to just open this, get it together, and get the work done. Also love this bookmark, because who doesn't love a bookmark? So then it just marks my pages, and I'm very basic here. I'm just using this Uniball 1 pen. However, I have a Pilot Energel 0.3 refill. That's why it looks super thin. So yeah, that's just it. Nothing really fancy, no deco, just getting the plans done, getting to-dos done, and listing all my work requirements in this planner. Next up on my planner lineup, this is going to be the most seasonal, or like not as frequent, that I'm going to be updating. It's also a wild card in a sense that I really did not think it through when I bought it, and then I realized that I should probably use it for the purpose I intended to anyway. This is a Hobonichi Befree, Hobonichi Techo Befree, which basically means that there is a monthly overview on the first part of the book, and then they're just empty pages that are numbered here at the end. And this is the A6 size. I currently have a Midori cover on it because I didn't want to put a Hobonichi cover. I saved it for my journal, which you'll see later. But actually, I got this idea from Neil of Yoseka Stationery. So I interviewed Neil and Daisy on a podcast for my Patreon, and I asked them their favorite stationery items, and Neil mentioned that he uses a Befree for project planning. And I was like, actually, that's very smart. So I realized that I need a catch-all book for like my ideas when they're not yet final. And since the Befree has like a monthly overview, you can kind of plot projects. So anytime I have work meetings, brainstorming, or anything that I need to refer to like dates or like important info, it's going to be housed in this project planner. And since there's no bookmark, there's no cover for it, I use this little magnetic bookmark here. So I started with January plans. So every start of the month, I sit down and kind of brainstorm on what content I want to share on Patreon, align it with YouTube, projects, possible workshop opportunities, do pricing, do negotiations. So I felt like this will be that kind of notebook where I kind of like just gather ideas and really figure out what I want to do with work plans. And because it's just that before, I used to have a Midori, an MD paper, MDA5 notebook for work, and there's just like no way to track my progress. So I thought that having this like area where I can just, you know, reflect on stuff, like it's going to be really messy. Now it's like it looks organized, it's going to be messy soon. So yeah, I thought of using this for that purpose. For the deco, I actually reused a Van Gogh sunflowers postcard that I got from the Van Gogh Museum. That's it. It's pretty much straightforward, because the Hobonichi Befree cover color is like a royal electric blue, and I super don't like it, just my opinion. So I just want to like see this. I mean, this is my favorite painting of all time anyway. So yeah, that's what it is. So every time I go out to have meetings or I have to brainstorm, this is going to be the notebook that I'm gonna use, and I find it really portable and handy, so it's going to be a mainstay in my planner stack. I am keeping it very minimal for my journals. Every specific one has a specific purpose, and they're all in very different sizes. So let's get started with the smallest one first. As you can see here, if you've been subscribed to my channel or watched my videos, you'd probably have seen this cover for a while now. So this is the Hobonichi camp cover that I got for 2021, and I asked my mom to bring it to me because I just still love it so much, and I like reusing covers, so let's normalize reusing Hobonichi covers. So this one is one of my favorites, and I thought to adapt the habit of using a smaller journal that's more regular in terms of writing. So this one is an impulse buy. I was in Japan and I was like, okay, I think I want to get a Hobonichi Techo original English edition. So that's what you're seeing here. I have not decorated this part, but I was thinking of adding this sticker that Sai of Love Soup gave me. It's just so cute, and there's something about like, it's very inner child vibes. So I think I will just put that there. But yeah, I also have a couple of other things that I've been putting off. But yeah, I also just got a lot of inspiration from other people who use the A6 size. One of my friends, Denise of Paper and Milk, she has a Hobonichi Avec, and she showed me a couple of pages of her daily pages, and I thought to try it out myself. If you have seen my previous videos, I actually used a Hobonichi in 2016 with the same size. So I thought to do it the same way, but since this is an entire year in one book, I don't intend to make it really chunky. I actually just want to foster the habit of writing more. So I'm going to show you my vision board. I haven't written my like manifesto, but this is my vision board. My word of the year is rise. And that's very basically the overarching theme of creating this mood board and this vision board. I haven't written anything for the start of the year, but so far I've been really enjoying documenting here, and I've made it a habit to do it like every evening, which I think is a low commitment sort of thing, because back then I used to journal with the diarist, which I saw a lot of people are using for this year, so thank you so much. But I feel like I've graduated after like 3 volumes because I really like the idea of writing every day, even if it's just like a random thought or a musing. So every day there's something different that I share depending on the day. Like this day it snowed. Basically the first week was me being sick, so I had a lot of time. But I realized that if I wrote every day, it wouldn't take me too long, maybe like 5 minutes tops to write these things. So I thought it'd be a great habit to hone this year. So I'm really looking forward to fill this up. As you can see, there's like minimal stationery, not much work. I do plan to just use one fountain pen moving forward, because if I keep changing, I'm just gonna get too stressed out. So yeah, I also added these index stickers, but I haven't fully labeled them. I got OC all of a sudden, but I'm looking forward to using it. So I'm really happy that I ended up buying this at Loft in Japan. So I'm also happy to be adding this cover back into my rotation. It's just really, it makes me really happy looking at it. I don't know, there are just some things that just like make you light up and make you inspired to document, and this is definitely one of them. Also, I recently discovered that this is how you actually put a pen on this butterfly kind of pen holder thing, which I find really cool because it binds the journal shut like this. Another addition to my more or less like daily journaling is, in the past I've made a media journal, I've made media logs, and I thought instead of just having a media log, in case I have like catch-all, I wanted to have like a catch-all / commonplace. I mean, I feel like these terms are like thrown around and I don't know how to like properly describe this book, but I will tell you what it is. This is the Everyday Explorers Co. Quarter journal? Format quarter journal. So I got this very early on. Its primary purpose did not continue on, and then towards the end of 2023, I started to actually use it to document a couple of things. So you probably have seen, I have a Cozy Journal with Me video, which I'll link down below. But I started to record like media, life, everything in between. In the start of December, I also did a couple of December daily entries, as you can see here. And I got so obsessed with the bear. So I just thought of carrying it over since it's undated, and using it as a media log, catch-all life log, if that makes sense. But the only thing that I really love, the primary thing that I really love about this format is this for section, because it really allows me to print movie posters or books or TV shows and then write reviews opposite or below or above it. So that's what I'm doing for this particular journal. I don't know when I'm going to end, and also I don't plan to record all of the media I consume. Actually, I just want to record the ones that I really liked. I think I would just log the rest on Letterboxd. So Letterboxd is basically social media for film buffs, so I'll just add it there. But I definitely want to also add little highlights of my daily life here in case I miss out on writing it on my Hobonichi. So this is like currently spreads in progress. I was watching Hairspray on my flight to Japan, and then I'm like in a big like Hamilton bowl at the moment. But just thought to show you the layout. So it's sectioned into 4 and it's dotted and it's fountain pen friendly. The paper is similar to the diaries. It's actually the same paper because me and Christine of Everyday Explorers Co have the same printer in the Philippines. So I can attest that the quality is great. I do believe this is still available at her website in the US and they ship worldwide. So yeah, this is something that I really just enjoy updating frequently. Not every day, but frequently. And then I also have a couple of stickers here from local artists. This is from Mia the Human. This is from Job. I made these. And this is from Wall vs. Crayon. So yeah, and it's just nice. It's like the nice pop of color on my otherwise neutrally colored journal stack. Last but not least, of course, we need a journal for all my travels, and upon many years of experimentation, I just realized that Traveler's Notebook for me is just like really for traveling. That's it. I used it before for like memory keeping and weekly logs, and I just realized it's not for me. And it's such a good realization because then every time I take out a Traveler's Notebook cover, I know that it's going to be intended for an upcoming trip or recording a certain yeah, basically for traveling in general. The one I'm using mostly for traveling is the Traveler's Hotel cover. This was a limited edition that came out in 2022, but more or less I try to rotate between this one and my olive cover. And I want to show you this new edition. There's like a Torii Gate now. It's so cute. I bought it in Donki actually in Japan. I was like, I think I want to stick one here. So I also have a new clip. It's from Starbucks Reserve Roastery in Nakameguro. It was my first time going there and I wanted to buy something. I'm like, yeah, I really like these Traveler's Notebook clips. They're very handy and they just help like bind stuff together. This currently has a Kyoto limited edition insert, and this is the Baumkuchen Moon Milk pouch, which I've been using for like 3 years already. It just always is a mainstay in my setup. This is a Kyoto limited edition insert, but the paper is always the same. I mostly just use the MD paper cream. And I am working on my Japan journal, which is what you're seeing here. I'll show you a bit of preview, but yeah, it's really my mainstay for travel journaling. I think that's not going to change anytime soon. One thing I also incorporated this past trip to Japan was I was also drawing on the same journal instead of bringing another like watercolor pad or watercolor journal. So I think I'm going to adapt this format because it's just easier for me to draw on the go and not have to make excuses that I don't draw. This is actually my favorite page so far. So yeah, I still have a couple of backlogs and I'm going to share more journaling peaks in future videos and future travel vlogs, but this is gonna be still my mainstay travel journal, and I think that's pretty much tried and tested. I've been using this format for like maybe 6 years now, and I think it still holds up. So anything that holds up still remains in my system. So yeah, so that's it for my lineup this year. I do hope you enjoyed watching, and let me know in the comments what your lineup consists of and how frequent you're going to be using your specific journals and planners. I'd love to know and chat in the comments. And make sure to check out my Patreon post. It's public, where I basically summarize the Techo Kaigi post in written format if you're keen to check it out, but it's basically a written version of this video, so I will link it down below as well. And if you want to support me and my creative journey, I do have I'm gonna show you the mail for this month on Patreon for January. It's a sticker sheet this one, and it's also a sticker sheet and an additional sticker right here. So if you've seen this sticker sheet, it's probably because you either attended one of my creative/daily journaling workshops last year, or you've been part of Patreon, or probably saw it in some pictures or videos. But I decided to start the year with these ones because I thought it'd be nice to use for decorating the first few journal entries of the year. So if you want to receive these in your physical mailbox, make sure to join our Patreon mail tier. It's patreon.com/abbyc, and then click on the mail tier to get these in your mailbox. I am looking forward to starting the year and creating more rewards, and also just creating more content and stuff. It's gonna be a very interesting year, and I am pretty much excited, which I haven't really felt for a really long time. So thank you for sticking around, and thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you elsewhere on the internet or on my future or past videos. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one. Always be creating. Bye!